Late fade at the end will bring Calvin inside circle 1. Whatever adjustment was needed, he will pick up the birdie.
Seeing how he's been playing, you kind of go, okay, maybe that's just the play, and he doesn't care if he hits a tree because a 40-footer is just a nice, happy little putt. So what does he care?
Yeah, we typically see this low power shot as the go for it.
Ooh, does it fight? Yes. Scary. Calvin got through those corner trees and has this for the birdie.
And he liked it. It wasn't even halfway there, and he was ready to bend over and pick up the minis.
Didn't do that this time. He's on the backhand, and I'm sure he's got some sort of painful memories, you know, being right here in this spot, because that really derailed his season.
That made Silas last week.
And if you're willing to just throw that piercing shot, take your risk early in the hole, then it makes it a much straighter shot up to the pin.
It's more the direct route. Look at that shot. And this is pay off beautifully.
For all the 1,100 rated type of front nines we've ever seen, I would wager less than 1 in 10 close that deal, as this needs to sit.
Oh, and it gets the roll away after Heimburg tags the OTB stanchion.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic of conversation because nearly 40% of the field, in fact, over 40% of the field have either parred or bogeyed here.
Boom. Big putt for Eagle down the hill. Moves to 11.
So 2 very critical putts upcoming for Calvin and Eagle.
Just inside the circle for Calvin Heimburg as he converts for birdie on 17.
You know, it might have been after midway through the second round, there's maybe 2, 3, 4 people that are kind of separating. That does not happen anymore. And if disc golf holes could have dads, Calvin would be the father of hole 18.
Calvin Heimburg to move to 13 under after day 1.
It's an 80% C1X putting performance today for Heimburg. Made 2 of 5 from C2.
And put it under the basket. He thought there was a pretty heavy tailwind. Yeah, I still don't understand the play. I mean, we saw what Proctor did, just a much more neutral disc, and Calvin plays this with a much more neutral disc. But, I mean, you can't question one of the best throwers in the world.
Great nose control there.
Calvin's going to show us the direct route here. Going to try to throw this hard and low.
Good thing he knows how to do that.
I don't know if he loves this one. Does it swing? Yeah, here it comes.
Dude, he has that power.
Ooh, look at it. Just barely squeak through the OB into circle 1. Beautiful.
On a windy day, this hole can play in the top 5 of difficulty on the course.
This is tracking right to the pin. Should check up for Calvin, and that's going to be a drop-in birdie for Heimburg. Welcome back. Calvin Heimburg now on the tee of 8.
Well, that's pretty nice. This looks great. Check the skip. Yes.
Yeah, exactly what he wanted. Now Calvin with the sharpest angle.
Just means higher. There it is.
Sticks the landing. And certainly, course records are meant to be broken, but we know now perfection will be required in order to do so. Heimburg taking the small gap here on 13. And this is tracking to the pin. It might be a little bit deep by 6 or 12 feet. So Heimburg will move to 24 under.
I think Calvin's trying to scare the group ahead of him into playing faster.
Ooh, no, no, no. This is too hot, too right.
Needs us to.
Or does it roll and scoot? Come on.
Heimburg will have this eagle putt to go to 13 down on the round and actually become the solo leader of the tournament, Terry. This would put him one shot ahead of James Conrad.
Calvin Heimburg matches his effort from yesterday, a 13 under, as did the co-leader in Eagle McMahon.
Oh, it looks great. Wow.
Oh, and that one squeaks in.
Big putt. What a birdie.
The 2 bogeys on the previous 2 holes, if he can confirm this with a birdie,
You can get them both back.
he's right back in at once.
Calvin Heimburg putting himself on the island. That's going to be a park job, trying to make up some ground. Don't go anywhere. We've got more action when we come back.
The mental weight of each and every throw just becomes that much more elevated.
And Calvin, what a dream little sequence in the 2 holes following his back-to-back bogeys. He's able to collect 2 birdies.
Yeah, almost as if he was going to where hole 12's tee is over there, up and around this set of trees. And Heimburg, meanwhile, is going to take a very traditional route and should have a short putt for birdie.
Calvin, equal to it. Equal to it.
Up for the challenge, Calvin Heimburg under the pin. Honestly, I don't blame him. He's been aggressive throughout this tournament.
The crowd likes it, and he is way deep of the pin, but safe.
I don't think he lays this up. This is only 10 feet outside for eagle.
Calvin Heimburg drains it, puts it in. He's going to move into a tie with Eagle McMahon at 31 under.
And the one thing we don't know is what is in the heart of this champion.
I don't think you can get to circle 2, but
He's got to avoid the early kick. He's got to find clear air.
sounded great. Wow.
Eagle let Calvin off the hook by not getting up and down for the birdie. Calvin maintains, and he's going to walk away with the par, and we are going to be all knotted up going into the final hole of regulation.
We would expect eagle to go over the top. Calvin has to hit this gap and push way up the fairway to have birdie be in play.
And he has done it so well in the past.
Brian, tell us about what you're seeing for Eagle.
I'm walking up to it right now. I don't think it's safe. I'm walking up to it right now. Let's see. I'll get back to you. He's out. He's actually out of bounds. Wow.
Thank
Oh.
you, Brian. Yeah, there is an OB that runs the right side the entirety of this hole.
Right. So it's not that easy to make a course that works in dead calm and in 25-mile-an-hour wind.
And I think that's exactly what we have. I really do. I believe that in this course. I was looking for the right word. Thank you, Terry.
And Calvin has a simple shot to secure his third Jonesboro Open title.
James Conrad is in. He's going to be at 26 under, along with Kyle Klein and Corey Ellis.
Nice tournament from James, and again, thanks for the show yesterday.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Ellis
Nice
is in.
tournament. Nice tournament for Eagle as well.
And your 2023 Jonesboro Open champion for the third time, Calvin Heimburg, wins in Arkansas.
Not 2-time, 3-time. Playing Against Sports, Jonesboro Open, presented by Prodigy champion, Calvin Heimburg.
What a wild final day. The wind picked up finally and started swirling all over the place.
Yep.
Did you think 5 under was enough to take down a victory here?
If you would have told me that this morning, definitely not. But no one really got going very quick at all. It was very windy. It made putting pretty difficult. But yeah, I mean, it did end up winning. I mean, Eagle and I were tied going in the last hole, and you know, I got to play pretty conservative after, you know, he was OB off the tee. So yeah, definitely didn't think 5 under would do it, but it did do it today. I don't know. Pretty thankful for it. I mean, it kind of seemed like some of my aggressive play early and late might have bit me, but in the end it didn't.
Do you have any final words for the fans who have been rooting for you all week?
Thanks for supporting me, and yeah, I mean, Jonesboro seems to be you know, like a second home. I seem to do really well here, so I'm glad I could come out here and win again.